I've been doing this would be my 19th year now. So I started when I was 16 years old and been doing it every year since then, minus the COVID year. So I'm actually the third generation in my family to pole. My grandfather started almost 60 years ago now, poling, and back then he just took a tractor off the farm, took it to the local county fairs, and took off from there, and it's been evolving ever since then. My dad started in 1990, I believe, and then he's taken it to the next step from then. And so I've grown up around it my whole life, and you could almost say it was bred into me. As far as I know, my grandfather's lived here his whole life, and then this is actually our home farm that he started. I can't even tell you what year he started it. We farm 2,000 acres of crops mostly, mainly corn, soybeans, and we do dabble a little bit of wheat and some hay ground in there. We do have some cattle that we run, and we do operate a 50,000 head chicken egg laying operation. There's a multitude of different things. First off, when you get somewhere, you've always got your favorite places you like to go pole, favorite fairs. Some places, more crowd action. You always love when people at the fairs come up and talk to you, especially if they have young children that are very, they love the sport. Especially, you kind of take a liking when they love your vehicle personally. So the fan interaction on that aspect, it just really makes you feel good to know that they look forward to coming and seeing you perform something. So it does add a little bit of pressure on yourself. You don't want to go somewhere and let them down. And we have done that before. So that's one side of things. And then the other side of things are just the competition side. You obviously want to go out and win every night you go somewhere, but you can't do that. So the adrenaline rush when you get on a good run, it's kind of like, can't really explain it to modern day terms, but it's like accelerating from a stop sign in a fast car, and it just sets in and takes off. It's like an airplane going down a runway. When you hit it just right and you get to the end, your adrenaline's pumping and your hands and legs are shaking at the end. So the thrill of a great run, that's always exciting. And then obviously, once again, just the competition aspect of things. We follow the Ohio State Tractor Pullers Association, it would be the OSTPA. We have a season-long point circuit. And we go to the different county fairs around Ohio, and we have been all the way from Lake Erie and Oak Harbor, all the way down to Southern Ohio and Lucasville, Ohio. So we cover a pretty broad range, and they basically the fairs that host our class. This class would be the super stock class, and we also participate in two-wheel drive trucks. But we go, I believe we have 12 polls this year, 12 different fairs we go to, and it's just a point circuit that we follow. And right now we're sitting in second place. There's been 3 of us running very hard and very tough against each other. So it's been back to the competition aspect. It's made it a very fun summer and very competitive summer. It's definitely exciting. It adds another factor of kind of stress to you. You got to make sure that you got your best foot forward. And we just had a poll 2 weeks ago, and my dad did the drive-in, and he did a very good job. He was fortunate to get first place, but we were kind of in a position where we needed to win. We were down chasing these guys. They're very good runners. They're not going to give anything away. So it's a no added pressure situation, and coming into a hometown poll and a tight points battle, it does add another factor of pressure as well, that you always want to win your hometown poll. Very rarely have we done it. It's in the tractor pulling world, it's the hardest poll to win, is your hometown poll. And these guys, you like to think they're coming for you every time you come to your hometown poll, whether it be the guys that are running every night with us, or we do get a few add-ons come in, and looking forward to a couple guys coming in as well on Sunday night that do run hard and make it even more challenging to win. So in the past, we haven't had too many situations where we're in a need to win basis to make up points that we're down. So it is somewhat different territory for us. And like I said, it definitely kind of ramps up the intensity. There's going to be a lot of great vehicles there. Anywhere from diesel pickup trucks to super stock tractors, blown alcohol two-wheel drive trucks, and pro stock tractors. So there's definitely a great variety of smoke, noise, power. These two-wheel drive trucks, they have a weekend circuit this coming weekend for a bunch of extra money, as well as the pro stock tractors. So that normally draws in some outside competitors that come in, and these are very good runners. So there's going to be a lot of great polls, a lot of great vehicles, a lot of great pulling teams. I encourage a lot of people to go into the pits, check these vehicles out. A lot of these guys spend a lot of time and money on their vehicles to make them not only run great, but also look great. Go talk to the pullers. These guys are everyday people just like me and you. They love talking to people. They love taking pictures of their vehicles. Publicity is always a great thing. So just fan interaction is always great out there. It's normally great weather. They have a great track to put down some great passes. So normally the shows are pretty awesome out there. Oh man, we got all kinds of stories and memories. Most of them are unable to be told on cameras, but we always kind of lead back to there was a year where it's a different tractor than this one. It was my dad's tractor, and we went to Missouri for a tractor pull, and it was just my dad, myself, and my best friend Tyler, who's been with us, helping us out forever. And it was just the three of us. We made a weekend trip to Missouri, and the first night we pulled, we burned a piston out of it. So we were there for 2 nights, and we decided to tear the tractor down in the trailer, replace the piston. I think it was 100 degrees at night in the shade. It was blistering hot. We battled through it. We got the tractor fixed. We got back on the track the next night, and my dad went out and he got first place the next night. So it was a very gratifying experience, and that was one of the good ones. We've had many breakages. We've blown many motors up, so those are kind of some of the negative stories. But my dad was pulling in Louisville, Kentucky one year, and the flywheel bolts broke. So that allowed the motor to free rev, and it shot 5 out of 6 rods out the side, took a fuel line with it, massive fireball out the bottom. So that's kind of on the negative side of things. So, but it did make for great video roll and great pictures. That's what I'm being told. Yeah, it's going to be on me. So I got told, like I said, the last pull we had, my dad drove and he got first place. And I think one of the second things he told me was, well, he did his job. Now I can't screw mine up. Yeah, my grandfather actually come up with that name. He's had it for, the better part of 30 years. And he named one of his first tractors that because it was a much smaller, much less powerful John Deere tractor. And he's always had a love in his heart for Bambi and the Disney saga. So he kind of thought that was fitting that, he just had a little John Deere tractor to go out pulling with, and it's stuck with him forever. And this is still partially his tractor. So we just kind of been riding the name out, and it's still the Bambi tractor. It'd be wrong of me not to thank all the people that have got us here and helped us out. Being it from the top down, my grandfather and my dad got me into this sport, and they've obviously, with the power of my dad, we've been able to continue doing it. This is my grandpa and my dad's tractor. I just get the fortunate opportunity to be able to work on it and compete with it and drive it from time to time. So we got to thank them. We got to thank 2 people that have went with us forever and never asked for anything. My good friend Tyler Donnelly and my brother Nathan. They've been pretty much every time we go out with this thing, they're right there willing to help. And then just all the organizations and the sponsors that make this thing happen. And there's a lot of local sponsors out at the fair on Sunday. I just encourage people to patronize these people and these companies, whether they're supporting the tractor pull, the demolition derbies, or more importantly, the junior fair kids and their projects. That's where it matters. So look at the signs and patronize the people that give back to the communities.